In this episode, we ride a train, I get distracted, and the gang has an identity crisis.
For the people that said that I couldn't do it, I take every word
10:32 Seymour service is now boarding at platform 7A. Thank you.
top of the mountain. Yeah, we've heard our way to the top of the mountain. Yeah, we never coming down from the top of the mountain. For the people that said that I couldn't do it, I take every word, burn it like fluid. Just a red light running right through it. I do it, I do it. For my people, for my team, for anybody trying to give a dream. Back in the day when it was just a dream. Now look at me from the top of the mountain. From the top of the mountain. Yeah, we never
Let's go, season 2 down the line.
This service will be stopping at Donnybrook, Wallen, Heathcote Junction, Wandong, Kilmore East, Broadford, Talbot, Seymour. The 10:32 Seymour service is now boarding at platform 7A.
mountain.
G'day, welcome back to Down the Line, Season 2. Today we're going to Seymour for a day trip. We're going to see the steel train and we're also going to check out the town of Seymour itself. We're going to be riding on this Sprinter behind me, which has got 70011 on front, I think. Nope, 7006, sorry. And yeah, hope you
Attention,
enjoy the trip.
V9 customers. The 10:32 Seymour service is now boarding at platform 7A. This service will be stopping at Donnybrook, Wallen, Heathcote Junction, Wandong, Kilmore East, Broadford, Talbot, Seymour. The 10:32 Seymour service is now boarding at platform 7A. Thank you.
Let's get on with it. And we're off. Down for Seymour. Okay, so we just went through Coolaroo. We just did our first stop at Broadmeadows, and we just realised that we're probably going to see a southbound SSR grain train in the Craigieburn area. It's got GM22 leading, apparently. So yeah, we'll probably see it going past out the window. So that grain train we saw while we were stopped at Craigieburn had GM22, GM27, CLF3 and RL302. It's probably a grain train heading south from the Griffith Junee area. Yeah. So we're here at Donnybrook now. You may remember this from the first episode of Down the Line, where we tried to chase the XPT, which didn't go great, but tried anyway. So yeah, interesting to be back here. We haven't been back here since that chase back in June of 2020, and now it's January 4th of 2021. What is this madness? So, the trains we're riding in are the V-Line Sprinters. They were built between 1993 and 1995. 22 were built at AE Gunninan in Broadmeadow, which is not Broadmeadows, Broadmeadow in Newcastle. V-Line ordered them to replace the Derms and DRCs, which were going out of shape back then. The last Derm was withdrawn in 1991 and the last DRC was withdrawn in 1994. These things have been running ever since. They've had 4 paint jobs. The only real accident was with 7020 back in 1996 when it had a collision with another Sprinter and was written off. The services they mainly run on now are the Seymour service. Yeah, we're going into Wallen at the moment. So we're going... So they're used on these Seymour services, and they're also used on the Stony Point line, mainly. They're also used on occasional services to Wyndham Vale and Traralgon as well. Alright, so we're going into Heathcote Junction now. It's the site of the famous V-Line video film called Climbing the Summit, which the link of that will be in the description below. Done by a friend of mine, John Phillips. This station, Heathcote Junction, was the junction for the line to Heathcote and Bendigo, and is also the highest point on the North East Main Line between Melbourne and Albury. The main reason is it's crossing the Great Dividing Range, and it's actually the highest point by rail over the Great Divide. G'day. You're on Down the Line. You're on Down the Line. Yes. No, because I'm calling you. Let's say hi to them.
Hi guys, please like and subscribe our videos and to our channels. We hope you enjoy DTL and thanks for watching our vids.
We're at Kilmore East now. Alright, we're coming up to Dry Creek Road. Very popular photographic location. Drop my watch. Alright, we're arriving at Broadford now. This station used to have semaphore signals until about, I think it was like 18 months ago. The last mainline station in Victoria to still have manually operated semaphore signals in the state. To show you how good the Sprinters sound, here's 7006 departing Broadford, so enjoy the noise from these awesome Gunninan units.
now rounding at Tullarook Station, please stop. Thank you.
Using the force. Actually, no. It drives by itself.
On behalf of Behind and your Mountain Crew, I'd like to thank you very much for traveling with us this morning. I trust the journey has been a pleasant one and we look forward to seeing you again soon. The Seymour station will be the next and final stop. Thank you and good morning.
Alright, so we've just arrived at Seymour. First part of the journey is done. Alright, let's get off the train. Alright, so we've arrived at Seymour. The junction for North East and Golden Valley lines is... Yeah, I got it the right way. Alright, so we've just enjoyed a very enjoyable lunch here in the Railway Club Hotel in Seymour. If you're ever up this way, highly recommended here. Good food and yeah, lovely spot. Alright, so now we're at the rail overbridge at the south side of Seymour Station. We're going to see the Sprinter coming south, the 113 out of Seymour heading back to Melbourne. It's running on the exact same schedule, just an hour later as the one we rode on. Alright, back to the station. But on the way to the station, I got a little distracted. Couldn't resist it. Oh, doesn't move. Oh, that works. So yeah, this is D3684. It's been on display here since January 1965. It was actually a Seymour-based loco. It actually double-headed with D3639 to Shepparton in June 1964, just before it got withdrawn. So it's been on display here since then, so 55 years now. And yeah, great tribute to the era of steam. Alright, now back to the station. Alright, we're just walking up to see the Down Albury Pass. We just heard it go across the crossing at Dysart, so we'll get here and watch it come in.
Ladies and gents, train now arriving on platform number 1 is the 121 service train to Albury. 121 train to Albury now arriving on platform 1. Stop 1 minute, thank you.
N457 is about to depart, heading for, well, it's saying Albury, but it's actually Wodonga. So yeah, about to leave now. Wrong setting. Beautiful. Always love the sounds of those things. And now it's time for... Alright, as a note for everyone viewing at home, it is January 4th today, so all the news that I'm about to say is as of January 4. The first thing I'm going to talk about is Puffing Billy reopening to Gembrook on the 16th of January. They're only going to be running weekend services for the moment and continue running daily weekday services to Lakeside and return. So be sure to have a ride or chase it. The Heritage Railways are struggling at the moment because they haven't been running for 9 to 10 months, so better to ride it than chase it for the moment. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the HCMT's public testing. These happened on the 27th of January. HCMT, I can't remember the number of it, but it will be down here. It did a service from Pakenham to Melbourne and return, I think. Oh no, sorry, Pakenham to Werribee and return. I wasn't there, so I have no idea. So yeah, that's a bit of good Victorian railway history. Also on the 27th of December, the Daylesford Spa Country Railway and the Mornington Peninsula Railway both reopened to the public once again. T334 was hauling passenger trains at Mornington, and I think the 280 Walker at Daylesford was operating. So yeah, again, ride those excursions. The last thing I'd talk about is V-Line services to Albury are actually being truncated at Wodonga at the moment. This is because of the border restrictions between Victoria and New South Wales because of the coronavirus outbreak in New South Wales. And yeah, so all trains are terminating at Wodonga at the moment. So if you're trying to get to Albury, just to note, this is probably useless now when you're watching it, but the train actually terminates at Wodonga. And thanks for watching. Alright, now we're waiting for 1WM4 to come through. It's not too far away according to other sources. It's got NR74 leading, LDP 002 in the middle, and 9324, well, brand new 9324 on the rear. Each loco is in different livery, so it's going to be really cool. Alright, so we just saw the Steely go through. NR74 leading, LDP 002 in the middle, and 9324 on the rear, with a very healthy load of steel coils bound for Long Island. So that was really cool. It just shows that I need to go out and chase more freight trains. Here's a good photo I got of the Steely going through on my camera.
Like the waves pull you down underwater.
The N-Class that we're catching back to Melbourne is just coming in now, and enjoy the shot. Well, I hope you enjoy this interesting episode of Down the Line, Season 2, Episode 1. Please make sure to like and subscribe the channel. Make sure to see the other videos, and yeah, see you next time down the line. Now I need to get back to my book, so bye.
We can work it out.